Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can trigger a netlify function whenever there's a GraphQL mutation that you do with Hasura. So I have Hasura deployed on Heroku here, and I have a netlify project that I've connected to my GitHub repo, which is here. What I want to do is that whenever I make a mutation to this profile table, I would want to trigger I want to trigger a netlify function that does something. So let's run a GraphQL mutation first. So I'm going to insert something in the profile table. I'm going to insert an object that has name as name 10. So now every time this mutation happens, I want to trigger the netlify function that will get this row as the payload for that function. So I'm going to head to my Git repo. I have a basic Git repo set up, and I have a functions directory. I'm going to set up a netlify function here in the functions directory. Exports.handler is a function that takes the Lambda event as the first argument, context, and the callback. And so the first thing this function is going to do is extract the payload. So let's call it the Hasura event payload. And that will come from the Lambda event as a body that contains the string that is there in the request body. So we're going to get this as a JSON object. So let's JSON.parse this. And what we're going to do is we're going to extract the data from this event payload. So the structure of a Hasura event trigger is we head to the docs and you go to event triggers. That's the structure of the event payload that we're going to receive, that our netlify function is going to receive. So I'm going to extract this data from the payload. So that is event.data.new. So let's say const data is equal to Hasura event payload dot event.data.new. Let's log that here. And let's also return that in our callback function. So let's say status code is 200 and the body is json.stringify. So that's our netlify function. So let's add this and let's commit this. So adds hello.js and let's deploy this. Let's head to netlify to see what the status of our deploy is. And we see that there's a deployment that's happening. So that's deployed now. Let's go to our functions and see. We see hello.js has been deployed as a function. Now let's set this function as a trigger. So I'm going to head back to the Hasura console, head to events, and create a trigger called netlify test. And I'm going to listen to the profile table. I care about insert operations. I don't care about update and delete operations. And I'm going to set the webhook to this endpoint here. Now let's go in and run our mutation again. So let's call this name 11. And let's go and see if that got delivered. So we see on the function log, we see hello invoked, and this is the event that we captured. And this is the data that we get as a response. And that's it, we're done. You can also look at the logs from the Hasura side. So if you look at the invocation logs, you'll see that that's the response that was sent to us by the netlify function. And that's the response that we're capturing here. You can also redeliver this if you're looking at testing your netlify function. So you can always redeliver the event and capture that log in case you're testing frequently. This will make it easy for you to test your webhook. I've put up the source code for the sample function, netlify function here on my repo. That is coco98/hasura-netlify-triggers. And that's where you have a sample function that you can try out. Do try this out and let us know if you face any problems. We're active on our Discord forum, and so hit us up there.